Okay, so this is where it all started. When I first started playing Minecraft, it was raining and this is where I was. And I didn't know anything about Minecraft, so I decided I needed to get out of the rain. I thought maybe I would be in some kind of trouble if I stayed in the rain. Maybe I would get sick or something. So I came down here, and this is where this still has the bed that I first made, but this is where I hid from the rain. There was no bed here. I kind of carved some of this out while I was waiting for the rain to stop, and I think I even dug some of this stuff out. I kind of built a little area down here where I could make some stuff and whatever. And then I waited for the rain to stop. That's what I did because there's a little skylight here or something. Anyway, I didn't know any better. I didn't know what was going to happen. I thought the rain was something I had to hide from. So that was how it all started. And then I came out here. At some point, I added some trees here. You can see a tower that I added up there. Quite a while after. I experimented with a little farm. It didn't get very far. And then I came over here and I just started digging. I didn't know anything again. I didn't know what I was doing. So I just started digging. And I dug all this stuff out, looking for I don't know what, just whatever I could find by digging. And and I built this. I didn't really build something. I carved out a massive cave, just looking for anything I could find. I probably got quite a bit of iron and stuff when I was doing this. And then I decided to do something with all the blocks, and I built a little keep. So out of cobblestone, I built it, and you can see that other tower in the distance again. And it was simple little keep, didn't really look that cool. It had sort of a lame staircase to get to the second floor. And I decided, well, that wasn't good enough, and I wanted to build something cooler. So I decided I was going to build a castle. And I built a castle, big, out of bricks. And the rain stops right on cue. Well done, Minecraft. So anyway, this is the castle that I built. And I added that same tower again later on. And you can see another tower in the distance, but that came later. This was my first world. This was my castle. And at some point I even added this thing that opens and closes. Um, and inside it has more than one floor. It doesn't have a lot of furniture or decorations, but it's got curved stairs going up. This was already open when I first built it, so I left it open and made it's sort of a tunnel that was underneath where I was. And I think it leads to the mechanism that opens the front door maybe or something, I can't remember. And then there's another little staircase here. It just not really staircase, but just leads to the outside because it was already there and I didn't want to take it out, I guess, when I built my castle. So anyway, this is the castle. And if you go down here, you can see I've got armor stands in the alcoves here, passageways to outside. Here's the throne room. It's got some pictures up. It's got some chests with all my junk that I was keeping. Got a throne made out of obsidian and whatever. That's what I built. Yeah, that's what I did. So then, if I go out here, back where I was, to this juncture, there is the bed I would sleep in. And here are the sheep farms. And some cows wandered into my sheep farm and got stuck in there. And then here are the fields that I created to make things to trade with villagers so that I could one day hope to locate a what do you call it? A stronghold. So anyway, there's that. There's one of my fields. I think there's another one down here. Yeah. And I would just trade all that stuff with farmers and stuff. That doesn't really go anywhere, just a bridge to right over there. So anyway, this was my original castle from my first world. There was a stronghold that I found that was really cool. And once I found it, I thought, I really want to build things on strongholds. So anyway, this world was originally, so let me pause for a second. Why pause? So this world was originally, it was my first world. I've moved it to several different worlds, including this one, because I wanted to bring it with me using third-party applications that people wrote, um, and uh, and so it has a lot of things from a couple different worlds that I first started playing on. So let's go over here real quick. I built railroads to go all over the place to make it easier. This thing is really spread out because when I decided I wanted to start building on strongholds, they're usually pretty far from each other. So, so I've got a lot of railroads that go a long way, and I'll probably edit out some of the transport from one place to another. So I built this tower next to the stronghold I found, which was in a canyon. So you can see it down there, bits of the stronghold. It's actually in this canyon. And this was, when I found this in my first world, I thought, I need to build things on top of strongholds. I want to find stuff, cool strongholds, and build castles and whatever on top of it. And so this is what kind of gave me the idea. You go down in there, and it's just basically a stronghold. I haven't done much with it or anything, but it's there. And also, I guess I should take this moment to say I play on peaceful, and that's because I primarily build, and I don't like it when creepers come and blow up my stuff. So you're not going to see me fighting anything in here, although occasionally I've fought stuffs to get materials to build things. For the most part, I don't do it. So anyway, and this is just sort of a passageway that goes over to this village that's over here. I like to build the railroads, but I also like to build pathways next to them because, I don't know, just an extra thing to look at while you're driving down the road. So you'll often see torch-lit pathways off to the side as you're going along on a rail cart. Put little signs that tell where they go and stuff. Um, so anyway, this one leads to something else that I built. Oh, I guess I have to go all the way down before I click it. So anyway, this passageway I built after I moved this castle to another world, another save game. And I also added this from my second world. My second world, I've got 3 strongholds in this save game now that were from that world. It had that where I started, my spawn point was close to this village over here, and I added a farm for sheep, and it was close to a temple as well. And I built this pyramid, which is just a big empty pyramid, and got some more farms for trading with villagers. And this was the village. Now, for some reason, with the latest version of Minecraft, maybe not the latest version, but one of the later versions, all the villagers disappeared out of this village. I don't know why. But this was the village in my second world, where I traded with villagers so that I could get Eyes of Ender, so that I could go find strongholds. And here it is. And I kind of transported it or moved it, saved it, and cut it out of another save game, and brought it here near my original castle, so that I could just have it with me, because it was somewhere where I spent a lot of time, and I didn't really build things, but anyway, and you can kind of watch it as I go. There's the tower that you see first. There's where my starting point was. There's the castle, and the other tower near the stronghold, and there's the other village. I don't know if there's any villagers there, but who knows. Okay, so I'm gonna go in here again. So one of the other things I like to do is oh, there's a little pool. I like to leave the mechanism that opens and closes doors so you can see it, so you can kind of maintain it or look at what I built, at what was there. So then if I go back over here, I think, no, it's over here. So the other door mechanism is down here, I think. No. Oh, maybe it got cut off when I copied this into another world. Anyway, I'm probably going to edit this out of this video because it's boring. Okay, so I'm going to go out the front door. No, out the back door. There's another hidden door over. There's a hidden door over here that I built. From the outside, you can't really see it until you step on that. I thought it's pretty cool. And I got I didn't figure out the redstone stuff myself. I just found someone on the internet somewhere that did it. Anyway, this is the way the castle looks. It's got a weird spire that kind of looks like a sword there. It's got a tower here. This is an extra. Most of it is symmetrical, bilaterally symmetrical along this way, except for this tower is taller. I figured it'd be the wizard's tower if there was an actual king that lived in this castle. And I'm on the opposite side from where all my farms are. And this is sort of a cliff from where I copied and pasted this from another world into here. And I tried to make it look like a sort of like an actual cliff, not so much like it was copied and pasted, but it looks a little rough, I guess. And then there's a railroad that leads to other parts of my world. I built all kinds of castles and things in this world, and I'm just going to do one video at a time and show people what I built, because I've talked, a lot of people have seen it, and they thought, well, they told me you should probably share what you've done because it's bigger than what a lot of people do when they play Minecraft, and maybe it'll inspire people to create similar things. So anyway, I guess that's the end of this video, and we'll see you in the next one.